Rita, yeah, would you like to come
60
up?
60 seconds each, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, real quick, snappy and sharp. Bless.
Hi, my name is Karina. I'm an intuitive healer and light worker. Oh, okay. Hi, my name is Karina. I'm an intuitive healer and light worker. I handmade crystal jewelry, wrap it in copper wire, because copper is a conductor of energy. So I handmade crystal jewelry and I read tarot and oracle cards. I'm going to also be hosting Sacred Circles soon, and I also do crystal therapy sessions, so that's energy work, and I'll be incorporating essential oils into that in the very near future. That's me.
Amazing.
Online, yep, I have an online presence on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. It's iCrystalMagic, so ICRYSTALMAGICK, and yeah, I'm all over online, and you can find me anywhere. You can also get my number and contact me there, which is 077 1533 852.
Welcome to the stage, our next door holder. Yes.
Good evening, everybody. Greetings.
Greetings.
Yeah. My name is Garfield Robinson. I am a bookseller today. Different days and different things. But I'm always happy to support Auntie Jean with the African market and also the Gav village. And a bit about myself. 17 years ago in Brixton, I started selling books. Went to an event, I just sold Jamaican books. Later on I sold Caribbean books as well. And eventually I pulled in a lot of African books and also health books. So I'm really looking forward to continuing to support Auntie Jean. And I know today I see regulars, people I see all the while, but we need to get more people in to support Auntie Jean and to grow what she's doing. So thanks everyone, and please come and have a look outside there and see what you can purchase as we all try to support Auntie Jean.
I'm just trying to follow everybody as they go through, so I'm just...
Greetings everybody.
Everyone get your phones out, let's follow them now, let's do it.
My name is Adrian Stone. I'm the founder of Own History. Own History is tracing your African Caribbean roots. My journey started many years, 10 years past, because my mother fell ill, and I thought her legacy, her story was going to be lost forever. It made me think about my history and my purpose in life, so I started to think about how to trace my roots. My parents are Jamaican, so I started Own History to support you, assist you with your own story. Through my story, I thought to myself, you can find yours, and I take you through the steps of tracing your ancestors. So just as a show of hands, how many people here know their grandparents' names? Just a show of hands. And keep your hands up. Great-grandparents. Great-great-grandparents. Okay, see, just a few generations, we lose our history, lose our legacy. So this workshop I designed called Tracing Your Windrush Roots is about restoring that history. At Lambeth College, I run a workshop on the 7th of December. I run it periodically as well. You can sign up. My store is right outside that door. Own.history as well. You can find me on Instagram. But the idea is through this workshop, which is a computer-based workshop, you'll be able to trace your ancestry. We're looking at births, marriages, and deaths, the actual original certificates. I've researched over 6,000 of my own ancestors, 250 years, and found my African ancestor in Jamaica as well, from the Igbo tribe. I want you to find your story, your African ancestor. And this sort of event like this, run by Auntie Jean, is very important for us to come together as businesses and to show all the different services that we can restore our heritage with. So I hope you can join me on that journey. On Instagram, if you want to catch me on Facebook, get in front of the camera. Catch me on Facebook at Adrian Stone as well. The website is ownhistory.co.uk if you want to link me. And there's flyers outside with all the links as well. Okay?
Do you like how they look? Yes, they look amazing. I'm going to hold this for you.
Okay, that's it. Hi, I'm Miss I. Greetings. These are black owned, and these are non-alcoholic, slightly sparkled, no added sugars, no artificial flavors. There's 5 vitamins in each bottle. I've been selling these for 6 months, and everybody who tastes them keep on buying. So celebrity drinks, to celebrate, this one is white grape with passion fruit. It's not water-based, it's apple-based. This one is Love, and because it's apple-based, it's red grape with apple. There's another third one named Joy, but somebody's got a box outside. So I haven't got any of the Joy. And Joy is red grape and pomegranate. So there's 3 flavors. I also, my social media is Sister, S-I-S-T-A-M, Queen. Now these are not on that social media because I'm an actress and you will see all that stuff on social media. But if you want the drinks, contact me. I'm outside, the table's outside. If you want my number, I'll be outside because I'm not going to give you my number. But you can have 07-863-599-130.
Blessings, my name is Deborah Kamoji. My store is Black Stars Clothing, and it's also a partnership with the Garvey Village store. So we've got t-shirts, Garvey Village t-shirts. So if you buy one, a large percentage of the price, the money, goes towards the Garvey Village. Also, I sell these herbal teas. It's killed me of my epilepsy. So I've got brain damage, and I was getting seizures. My last seizure was nearly 4 years ago. I've also got memory problems, I forgot to say as well, and a whole heap of cognitive brain problems. So it's got hops, it's got passion flower, and St. John's wort in it. And for a packet of, you get 10 tea bags for £3, and you can use the tea bags more than once. You can find me on Facebook, Black Stars Clothing, or Deborah Kalonji on Facebook, Instagram.
Greetings everyone.
Greetings.
My name is George, and my journey started from doing orphanage work in East Africa, in Uganda and Kenya. And I visited a lot of the orphanages and the local farms. And on these local farms they were producing shea butter, which is unlike the shea butter from West Africa. So my journey began with my brand, which is Ugandan shea butter. So from there I created shea butter products, soaps that are medicated for our skin types. As we know, the soaps that they make on the shelves are not tested for our skin types. So mine are medicated especially for that. The shea butter itself is organic and can be used on skin, hair, or on the face. You can blend it with other oils. So come see me at my table. There's a range of skin and hair care products from shea butter. My website is www.amarishea.com, so that's AMARISHEA. And I'm also on Instagram, which is Amari Shea Butter. So you'll find all of my details there.
Greetings.
My name is Yevsira, straight from Africa. 3 years ago I started to make copper jewelry with crystal stones, just for my friends, for birthday gifts and stuff like this. And then it gets more and more, and then I didn't know what to do, so I started to sell them in the market. So I'm doing copper jewelry with my patterns. If you have your own patterns, I also make like that. And I also have Egyptian garments. I don't have any social media.
So people just have to come and speak to you, don't they? Just come and speak. Are you wearing your jewellery at the moment? It's beautiful. Ah.
My name is Trovers, and I'm the author of a children's books series, Murray the Milkman. So it's a range of children's books, educational, just teaching everyday life and skills from how milk is produced and the alternatives, informing that milk does not only come from cows, and it's also showing you how to make your own type of milk at home. A series of books from milk, how flowers are produced from when you grow into the nature, and also the new books that will be coming out will be about how to make your own smoothies, understanding about yourself, that we're all different but really the same, but in an educational theme. And I'm also a clothing designer, so I make t-shirts as well at the same time. And social media for the books is Murray the Milkman with M-U-R-R-A-Y on Instagram, and the clothing is Exodus Africa on social media, on the Facebooks and Instagram.
It's so cute, so wonderful. Look, I've got one for my new nephew. Look. So cute. So cute. You love that. Murray the Milkman. Thank you.
It's family, yes. Yes, greetings. Hello, my friends. My name is Ras Prince, aka Ogu Lana. My stall outside is all about health. I sell tropical and exotic fruits. You know, the kind of fruits that you might remember eating when you was a boy back home. I remember walking through the cane piece and eating as much sugar cane as I could put in my mouth. Or climbing a mango tree and eating your belly full. Catch a sleep under the tree too. So, I grow my own organic produce as well. I've got a big allotment, and I grow my own strawberries, raspberries, gooseberries, cherries, apples, pears, you name it, as well as the green produce. And I always bring them here to Auntie Jean's market. My company's name is Seeds to Fruits, Seeds number 2, Fruits. And I've got an Instagram page under the same name, Seeds to Fruits, Ras Prince. You'll also find me on WhatsApp, where I do a delivery service. So basically, you can make your order via the group, the WhatsApp group that I've got. I post updates twice a week, because I'm at market like 4 or 5 nights a week. So as soon as I get stock, I post it out to the group. The group make an order or place an order, of which I then try to deliver within the following day. Yeah? Same with the organic produce. Now, I'm hoping that next year I am able to start up what one would say would be a planters or growers scheme. So we're ones-on-ones like yourself, who most probably have a garden, and you're not utilising it. You can come down to me in my garden, and I will show you what you need to do, that you can then go back to your own space and duplicate and replicate that, so you become helpful in that self where you can provide for yourselves.
That's fantastic.
So I'm hoping that will start off next year. If there are ones-on-ones who are interested, there will be a WhatsApp group for that also. Yeah? So, excuse me?
Yeah.
I will take some names.
Not a hand shot up.
So my garden is in Sydenham, at Lucian Sports Consortium, which is a football ground where they do football training, and they've given me about an acre to control, as long as I help them maintain the site. So I think it's a good trade-off. I'm available to get to you Mondays to Sundays when market's not happening. The only days I really take out, Thursdays religiously, which is spent in the garden irrespective of what the weather is. See? It's a love, it's a passion. So,
do you grow cultivate chocha and sweet potato?
no, seriously no, brother. My brother. My brother. Alright then. It's like this. Over the last 10 years, I have been able to grow Forest Hill and eat yam.
What?
I've grown puna yam on my veranda and had dinner from it. Okay? So the thing is that the climate is getting warmer. Yeah, I'm just starting off some pineapple right now at home. I'm just rooting a pineapple head. Yeah, so I can put that in the ground. I've I've got turmeric growing in a polytunnel. I've got, you mentioned about chocho. Chocho is one of the easiest things to grow in this country. And beer as well. I was growing Google peas in my basement. Let me just pause. Let me just park next time. The point I'm trying to make, I'm very passionate about growing anything that contains a seed. Yeah? If you don't have a seed, then you don't have the possibility for your next generation, which means that it's artificial. Yeah? So anything with a seed, I will try to grow it, whether it's tropical or not. Yeah? But you realize that even though it's tropical, that if you can create that environment and the climate for it, it will grow. Yeah? So all those people that have greenhouse that now use, the climate in your greenhouse is a monoclimate, yeah? Which means that you can control it. So even bigger than a greenhouse now is a polytunnel. And put a heating system in there, look. You'll be surprised when you can grow here in England. I started sugar cane off 2 years ago. What is that? It's like a root a piece of sugar cane. The root, the sugar cane, and the sugar cane starts sprouts. What you say, Chapo? Real! But here one now, it never really grew up to be a thing. But hold on. I was excited. I was excited. I've grown papaya, and the papaya plant is growing this tall. I've grown Chinese pears, what they call nashi pears. I took the seeds out of the pears 5 years ago. I've got the 2 trees in my garden, in my allotment, and it flowered and fruited for the first time this year. Yeah? So it's possible. I'm telling you it's possible. Anyway, look, I shan't take up any more of your time.
It's me again. Hello.
Greetings.
Remember I said I was an actress before?
Yes.
Okay.
I was listening.
Good, thank you very much. Anybody else listening? Anybody seen this?
Yeah.
Menelik Shabazz. Does anybody know who Menelik Shabazz?
Yeah.
Major Illusion was on the other night. Did anybody see it? Yes. Well, he done that, and this is his latest, Pharaoh's Unveiled. It's a documentary. I'm in it. And also, it's as it says, Pharaoh's Unveiled. There's a lot of channeling in it. There's a lot of deep information. I'm not going to give you so much information. You need to come and see it. 7th of December. It's going to be at Parkview Academy in Tottenham, West Green Road. 7th. And also, there's going to be costume displays. What? Costume. The costumes that's in this will be on display, and I'll be wearing mine. And yeah, you can take pictures of me, but you also have to pay. The time. Okay. Hit their pun or something. I can't remember. It's about 5. Thank you. See, confirmation. It's about 5. It's at 5 o'clock. There will be African market there too. So it's going to be a really nice evening. Okay. Thank you very much.
Welcome, please, to Jackie, everybody.
Oh my days, I just rushed here to get here. Next year, I'm doing a lot of projects. Projects include financial intelligence just for women, free financial intelligence projects for women. Because I've noticed that when women aren't doing well, black people aren't doing well. And when black people don't do well, women don't do well. So there's a link between female and black. It's all interlinked together. Because females play a major role in the black community, either good or bad. So another thing I was going to say, I've got an event taking place on next week, 23rd at Waterloo Action Centre. It's on the 23rd. It's free entry, becoming before 11:30. So the early birds are again rewarded for their good behaviour. After that, it's £5 or more. Tickets are sold online. You can contact me directly. I've got flyers here. Also, I was going to say, next year I'm doing another project working with brothers who do property, and we are aiming to try and open at least 50 to 100 new black shops all over the UK.
What? Say that again.
50 to 100 new black shops all over the UK.
Wow.
We want to aim for more, but that's our aim we're going to do. Also, another thing we're going to do is we're going to do well-being classes, so posture, how to stand properly. Stuff like I make my own skincare. I'm going to teach people, basically show people products, what I use, and making my skin look clear, like, you know. And then also trying to get people who have shops to work with people who help you create products also. So they would work together. So if you've got products, there's no way you would not have a shop to put your products in. So there's a lot of projects taking place next year. And thank you for your time. And I hope to see you next week, the 23rd. I'll be starting my radio show soon. So if you have events or if you have any brands you want to promote, please contact me. The show would be literally just promoting black businesses. You need to focus on yourself first before you can start looking at others.
That's right.
Okay, so thank you for your time.
So I get a chance to talk about two things coming up. This week on Thursday, 6 till 8, and then this Thursday, 21st, and then Saturday, 23rd, 12 till 2. I'm introducing kinesiology, which is muscle testing. It's biofeedback. What do we mean by biofeedback? It's organic, vibrant, live, as in cellular live, feedback from the body about emotional issues, negative energies and positive energies. So we're using kinesiology, which is used in a number of areas. They use it in allopathic medicine in the hospitals. It's called clinical kinesiology. But this is done with something called a behavioral barometer. It's like a gauge identifying negative energy charge and positive energy charge. I'm just going to go to the becauses. The thing is, we're about to go into a whole system of 500 years ago. Pluto and Saturn are going to be the same on the 20th of January, around the 20th of January, as it was 2020, as it was 500 years ago. What was going on for us 500 years ago? Thank you. So we were being dragged through the bush in Africa with chains on us, with dead bodies hanging on to us and being put through the doors of no return. We want to make sure that is not repeated because that's somebody else's agenda to put us into that scope. Or we've got so caught up of being on the hamster's wheel that we repeat it ourselves. They don't need to do it. We're already there, ready to do it on. So what we want to do is to clear the blockages, clear the negative energy chart, the toxicity, the obstacles, yes, and move to a new. And we're going to do that partly through the kinesiology. So I'm offering that for people to see about how they can use it in your family, how you can work it, etc. So that's next week. But then, on Saturday the 14th, we're going to be at Akura on Willington Road, and we're going to do Ceremony of the Spheres. And the 14th is when the galactic center is very, very wavery, and that's how it's supposed to be. The galactic center moves every 4 minutes. And we are in tune with it, because inside the galactic center, which they call the black hole, is really where we, inverted commas, come from with the sun. Hence we are called the sun people. And the sun is about to retire as far away from us. It's going to be the longest night. Is going to happen on the 21st, which is the winter solstice. So if you like, I use a metaphor that Galactic Clive told me, and I love the story as how he put it. He put it as if the sun is getting ready to go to sleep. And then it's going to kind of show itself again, but it's going to be so far away on the 21st or the 25th. But in the meantime, it's going to sleep. So when somebody's retiring, you ever done that? Before your parents go to sleep, you kind of go, oh, I want to get this tomorrow. I want to do this. So we're going to touch base with the sun as it is retiring. So when it wakes up, we're the last thing on its mind. You know, I just like that story. And when we did it in 2016, on the 25th or whatever day it was, the solstice day, it was the brightest Christmas. The people were just shocked how bright the sun was. I personally think I should claim that because we literally did touch the sun and say, please shine strongly for us. And it did. And Baba Ayo, who's through his lineage, his Yoruba lineage, is able to really tell us some of the original concepts of the solar system within the body and how we connect to the universe. Olodumare, if you like, is the Ori, the head of the universe. Yes? So naturally we reflect it back through our own Ori, our head. And he's got some ancient stories because we're not going to stay with the kind of corruption of our culture over the past few thousand years. We're going to go before. We have to go before that. Otherwise, we're going to stay within the corruption concept. And it's already a mess. We don't need to be there. We are ready to go before. Going before doesn't mean to say we're going back. We're doing what? Sankofa. Oh. So anyway, that's Saturday the 14th of December. If you would like to know more, I don't have your details, please give me your email and WhatsApp, and I would like to send you the information. You can know more, etc., etc. Thank you so much for your time.